Actually, all in all, I thought the avocado toast was decent, but the quinoa was just so. Oh shit!
Hey!
Happy fucking Canada Day, everybody!
Woo!
That's right. Fuck celebrating Canada, because you want to know why Canada fucking rocks? That's right, because it's so goddamn close to America.
Yeah,
So
it's our hat.
everybody.
It's America's hat.
America's hat. Happy Hat Day, everybody. I hope you got your hats on. I got mine on. How many of you guys seen me in a real hat before? That's right, not many. And I can only wear it one day out of the year. You want to know why? Because America. That's why.
America.
We can only way to celebrate freedom properly in this country is to observe the absolute tyranny being endured up in Canada right now by the innocent folks suffering under the Justin Trudeau, Saddam Hussein dictatorship. Fucked up. Space and time. You seen them?
We need to send in UN investigators for his weapons of mass irritation.
Mm-hmm. All those Westerners, they've been lopping off the heads of like Frenchmen for not speaking French correctly.
Right. Oh yeah, I feel it. I absolutely feel it. If you guys haven't noticed, this is a very special episode of the YouTube Saints. It is Canada Day, so this is a very Canadian YouTube Saints. We don't have a regular guest. We've got a special guest tonight. Totally not because somebody had an emergency with their scheduling, and so we had to do this instead. Not at all. We planned this whole thing, of course. That's right.
No, it's all about preparation. Preparation. That's right. Get your butt ready. Get your butts ready. Now, in fairness, I mean, I do think it's worth pointing out that at least if you watch Trailer Park Boys or what's that? Letterwood, something like that.
What?
We do look kind of Canadian right now.
Oh no, we do.
Yeah.
We absolutely do.
Very Canadian garb, but in fairness too, they stole it from Mother America.
They appropriated it
from the father homeland. Yep.
That's right.
Wasn't right.
No. Let's not call it the fatherland. Anyway, it also is unbelievably hot in both places that we're at. You don't have AC, and I'm in a fucking garage.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in a studio, and the studio's AC is broken. That's what it is. That's right.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, like, this is what we get. I was telling you that, like, Florida trailer park rent is cheap, but it comes with, hidden costs. Welcome to those hidden costs, goddammit. Gotta be sitting here dressed like a normal fucking person.
I'm still so goddamn hungover. I need to start drinking more of this Pabst, man. What are you drinking tonight?
What do you think I'm drinking? I'm drinking pure American fucking love and affection here. It's yeah, that's right. It's Bud Light and a Sam Adams cozy.
PBR is better, man. It's way better. It won a ribbon.
I can understand why you'd say that. I mean, I lived in Philly for a while, so I could see like a 6-pack sitting nicely on the crossbar of your track bike that you took brakes off of for no fucking reason whatsoever.
Look, I'm not gonna let the hipsters take PBR from me, alright? They can go fuck themselves.
Hey,
Seriously.
They tried taking Crafties, and you saw what happened with that. We fucked them up, and I got a whole bunch of free shirts and hats out of it.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, these sunglasses are shock top sunglasses, so I was keeping it American, y'all.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I used to have red, white, and blue with, like, stars and shit. These types of glasses. But I think I broke them or something. I don't know. I destroy shit. It just happens. I can't explain it anymore. I can't explain anything anymore.
I think you make up for it nicely, and as far as you clear. I mean, I know you listen to Kid Rock in the shower, so.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, everybody in the from the right parts of the right country, perhaps.
That's right. You gotta crank that Kid Rock. You gotta drink a PBR while you're hosing off the clumpy bits of your shit. Man. America.
MAGA for life, bro.
That's right.
But and this is in no way whatsoever us really milking a bit that we inadvertently came up with on Thursday. So no.
That's right. So. Yeah. No. This is totally new. Not at all. So let's do this real quick. Literally Hitler. Tosses a little bit. Been watching YouTube Saints since episode 1. This is the first time I've caught the show live. Have some shekels. Hey, thanks very much, buddy. Appreciate you.
You caught the best show we've ever had.
It's gonna be a thing. I don't know.
It's gonna be something.
Serenity Coochie, also known as Alex Jones, here says, just a reminder to buy your Iron Man Caveman Milkshake Red Pill Suppository. Oh wait. Just a reminder to buy your Iron Man, Caveman, Milkshake, Red Pill Suppository to give you the energy to fight the globalists. For the best effect, take a handful of Brain Force and Milwaukee's Best and Rocket Ship. That's right. It's pretty good.
I don't think, I mean, I've been tempted to try Brain Force just to see, like, how bad it really is. Or if I get super smart and suddenly start tripping out and seeing globalists everywhere. But
oh, yeah.
Now, I don't think I'll ever be able to try it without, like, a 6-pack of Milwaukee's Best anymore now. It sounds, it's like peanut butter and jelly. Brain Force and Milwaukee's Best, The
Beast, man. The Beast is amazing.
I take all my nutraceuticals with water.
Schlitz, man. You gotta pop some. You gotta drink it with some Schlitz. Pop your Brain Force with Schlitz. Super Owls Walrus. Any of you guys excited for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? I can't wait until December. I do have a Nintendo Switch, and I am really looking forward to it. Really, really am. It's gonna be badass. Sestra donated, said, first, don't forget to tip your entertainers. Hookers, our boys need beer to keep you smiling. I need beer to keep me smiling too, cause I'm broken inside. I'm broken outside. I mean, I checked my bank balance today, and I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable in this white beater, to be honest with you. Hey, the cool part about of living in a mobile home?
What's that?
It's mobile.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be like a tornado joke or something. It's like, yeah. It's like if you want to blow dry your clothes, you just leave them outside and then wait for your fucking house to get destroyed. Yeah.
That's true. That's pretty true.
Honestly, no, it's funny, though, and I say this in honest defense of the mobile home, because we're celebrating America today, and I won't have any shit talked about how Americans live, but there is a rationale that you can honestly parse out when you're looking for an apartment. You can say, like, all right, I can have an apartment in a city or in town, in a building with other people, yeah. Or I could have what is basically just an ugly apartment with its own walls. Like, yeah, Jetty lives in a trailer, right?
Does he?
And, yeah. No, he's got a nice one, too. He's got a decent trailer. It's one of those, like, permanent on-the-lot kind of deals. And he gets some of the kind of homeowner headaches because, like, his oil tank is his oil tank. It's not like maintenance will just come. I mean, someone will come and fix it. But all the same, it's like, when I've chilled there, I have noticed, I'm like, you only talk to your neighbors when you want to.
Yeah. That fucking arrow is still stuck in my damn garage.
America.
Give no fucks. No fucks given. Alright, so let's get started with the show anyway.
Took my compound bow and I just killed my fucking garage. It was looking at me funny and I think it was trying to touch my woman.
It's coming right for us. Yeah. That's right. It's fucking with me. What was I all goofed up on? Oxycontin, that's what it was, because of my ear infection. Yeah. Don't give me drugs, man. Breadmaster PBJ says, fuck sharing my birthday with Canada. You're gonna have to take it up with Canada, bro. But let's get started. We got some crazy fucking news. So, do we want to watch the video clips of these first, or read the article?
Which one are we starting with?
Portland.
Oh, let's. You know what? Let's start with the article, and then we can let the video give us the real context.
Okay. All right. So, what the shit? That's the wrong one. Well, hang on. I gotta fix this damn thing real quick. There.
Yes. Okay.
Perfect.
Goddamn 56K connection in this trailer park's absolute garbage.
I know, man. I know. There we go. Perfect. Got it.
Yeah. So we got Portland police revoke permit, declare riot as protesters clash downtown. In the midst of the staunch and strong argument against the horrendous notion of civility, we are once again we're basically getting our own little not quite years of lead, but the battle of the bands 2.0 from last year, and once again in Portland. Portland police declared a riot Saturday after tensions between the right-wing Patriot Prayer Group and local anti-fascist activists. I call them Antifa, too. Like, they probably get upset about that. Like, I have a name.
I identify as Antifa, thank you very much.
I am anti-fascist, because if you're not, then you're a fascist. But, yeah, the afternoon... You okay?
Dude, I ran out of the vape fluid that I really like, and this shit is just disgusting.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, the afternoon began with a permitted rally at Terry Shrunk Federal Plaza, organized by Joey Gibson, U.S. Senate candidate for Washington and leader of the right-wing Vancouver-based group. A counter-demonstration by masked local anti-fascist groups gathered nearby. I still love when they say anti-fascist groups. It almost makes them sound like there's some, like, you know, virtuous vigilante organization that's out there fighting the good fight, like knocking over trash cans and beating up old men.
Our brave warriors marching into the future.
I'm gonna steal a line from Electric Nuke here, but hey, all you fucking hookers and bike thieves, you better watch out. You got some fucking masked vigilantes out there. A counter demonstration by masked local Antifa groups gathered nearby among a heavy police presence. Officers seized weapons such as utility knives, clubs, and chemical sprays, detaining several protesters early on. We got a tweet here. Couldn't give a fuck. Portland police made 4 arrests during the demonstrations, none of them connected to the events of the day. That's surprising, given what we're about to watch.
Right, I know. It's so fucking wacky.
Yep. What is this? Tustino's Tosi, 22, and Donovan Flippo, 23, were arrested upon arriving at Terry Shrunk Park for an alleged assault in Portland earlier in the month. Goddamn! I don't know whether to be impressed with the police work or disturbed by the police state, because it's like, oh, hey, hundreds and like thousands of people at this protest, but we were able to find these 2 guys that were wanted on an assault last month.
Right, yeah, that's so bizarre. Okay, so there's a picture that I pulled up here. Some of these kids that go there with like the shields and their sticks, their flags, ready to do battle. There is a guy. He is a rather lumpy man wearing all green with a Keck shield.
Oh yeah, I saw that boy. Yeah.
Stop. Please, just stop.
What do we know about Keck, Stan?
Nothing.
Not a goddamn thing, and that's my final word on it.
Man, fuck this flat Earth.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit. You know what? No, again, it's that sort of thing. Like, when in the course of their maturity, your children always start to rebel and do some dumb shit, like eat too many Tostinos and decide to go into battle and play Braveheart wearing the garb of a dead meme. All right, you know what? I mean, here, listen. If anybody's cringing at that, just remember, you can look at like yourself at your worst of times. You can look at your friends at the worst of their times. You can say, well, there's still further yet to fall.
That's true. It could always be worse.
Now, Luis Marquez, 46, was lodged in the Multnomah County Jail on charges of theft and assault for the June 3rd protest that also saw 4 others arrested. Oh, okay, so maybe it was like earlier protests. I love how they say he was lodged there. Now, when you hear that, it does, it makes sense. You understand, like, that's where he made his lodging. But it kind of, like, I get this, like, image of these, like, cops picking him up like a battering ram and just stuffing him in this, like, little crevice.
Like he's getting lodged into something.
Yeah, they're just lodging him. It's like, haha, you won't get away now.
This fucking door won't stay open. Just put a protester in there. There we go.
Yeah, the Portland police sound like they get kind of inventive with shit. And Matthew Braddock, 37. I think that was the guy who co-hosted Midweek with me.
No. That was Matthew Braddock. That's Ferris Bueller.
Chap. Matthew Braddock. No, that's Matthew Broderick.
Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, well, he was arrested on charges of robbery and assault. For investigation began May 31st. My God, it sounds like these Antifa protests are just like cleanup operations for lazy detectives. They're like, well, we've got 3 unsolved assaults, 2 unsolved B&Es, and a home invasion. Oh shit, there's a protest going on. They just announced it on Facebook. All right, fellas, let's just go bag these fuckers. Things turned ugly shortly after 6 p.m. when Patriot Prayer protesters spilled into 3rd Avenue and to begin their permitted march. Yes, they spilled in. They all had their dicks out, by the way. It's not in the article, but it was delicious.
Wiggle your fucking turkey necks to trigger the libs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to begin their permitted march, I do like how they keep pointing out, they had the permit. This was their event. They were legal to be there.
Right.
So that's encouraging. Guardian. Hey, Guardian. I know you're far away, Guardian, but this Portland paper, even they don't like these guys, but they figured out how it's done. I'm just saying. But, yeah, anti-fascist counter-demonstrators immediately began lobbing eggs, half-empty water bottles, and firecrackers, as well as some other things that we will see, prompting federal police to fire paintballs filled with pepper spray into the crowd. I love this timeline! Oh,
that's pretty amazing. That's honestly pretty damn amazing.
I mean, I remember watching, you remember the movie Strange Days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that shit, and they were expecting, like, paramilitary checkpoints and shit in 99, right? And, like, it took a little while, but here we are.
We did finally catch up to it. We did.
I mean, no shit. I've actually been working on sort of, like, a mental outline, and I'm gonna try and rewrite that film, because I think it, nobody watched it back in the day. It was just some obscure, fucking weird sci-fi movie.
Right, yeah.
I think it would fit in perfectly in 2018.
Yeah, it's very, very poignant for where we're living now, man. Jesus Christ. It's so wild.
Now, Portland police closed Chapman and Lonesdale squares around the same time. Patriot Prayer demonstrators gathered again at Terry Shrunk Plaza shortly after the order, so they ordered a dispersal because shit got crazy, but they came back. Several of them stranded as Gibson had arranged buses to shuttle supporters from a loading area in Vancouver. The first bus back to Vancouver was boarded just before 7 p.m. So shit got hectic. They had to evac, and the Patriot Prayer group numbered nearly 150, while counter demonstrations boasted an attendance of at least twice that, and they still got their asses handed to them. And I'm not even a fan of these right-wing Patriot Prayer group kind of bullshit. I mean, it's the same kind of shit we've seen, just with different window dressing. You know, you get a slightly different Caesar salad when you order this particular entree. But all the same, I do still love watching Antifa get their asses handed to them, because let's remember, we coined it here, right?
Right.
Was it the dime store or the Family Dollar ninjas that we decided on?
Family Dollar.
Family Dollar ninjas.
Family Dollar ninjas. That's what it is. Family Dollar ninjas.
Yeah, they're this is that, and they're
Dollar General
members.
Ninjas were too.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking maybe we can name their elite units. You know, the ones with the masks who get punched out by big thick motherfuckers first. We can call those elites the Dollar General Rapid Response Team.
Okay. Okay.
I saw there was some right-wing fists downtown, so I went down there and smashed my face off a bunch of them. And there you go, boy. That'll lead the revolution.
Jesus Christ, dude, I'm falling apart.
No, those are the triggered libs, you know.
Okay, so you know what's really crazy about this too? I just had to go check it out to confirm. But downtown Portland has been absolutely fucking crazy lately. I think it was 8 days ago. There was a trans woman walked into a Portland park 2 blocks away from where this whole thing went down and set herself on fire. You heard about that, right? That was actually one of, well, I mean, I say ours, but I say that as an old Gamergate veteran in this sense. Yeah, she was an old indie dev. Yeah. Was it Chloe? Yeah, it was Chloe. Yeah. Chloe. Yeah, it was Chloe. Yeah. I actually remember conversing with Chloe a couple times during the opening days of that shit. But yeah, Chloe went and she got a little wacky and everything like that. But pinkies up for Chloe. All human life is sacred. Sip on this PBR for you. I'd pour some out for a dead homie, but then I'd never get my deposit back. Yeah. Well, yeah. This is why. I'm not shooting arrows through my garage walls or anything, but not yet. I can be hopeful. Maybe this is a fine enough double wide. I'm sure there are plenty of folks who will be happy to move in here once I'm out. All right, so once they kick me out and find out the kind of shit I've been producing here, holy shit! They're like, we don't appreciate this, and we don't appreciate this here in Elm Grove. Oh my god, man! Depository. I have fallen apart, man.
Well, let's check this video out, because after we see how it's reported, and if you want a real laugh after hearing this and then watching what we're about to see, make sure to go and read the Guardian's take on it. It was almost like they were making their they were coming up with their reports via bird sign outside the window.
All right, let's check this out.
That's not. Hey.
Oh, hey! It's not the 4th of July yet.
No. It's almost like they decided they needed to drop the beat in this particular arrangement.
Well.
And look whose line is moving forward. That's the thing. I mean, you take an ancient, like, you know, you take old school mob battles and shit. You notice that whose side was moving forward?
I mean, at this point, I don't even care. Like,
oh,
it's just so.
I just find it entertaining, because here's the thing: like, everybody who's there, let's be honest, and I've been to a Proud Boy rally, and it's not universal. I mean, most of the people there probably just wanted to have their thing, right?
Sure.
But a lot of people there, not even counting Antifa, because Antifa is there specifically to stir up shit.
Right.
But, a lot of the people there, especially all those people on the front line, especially the people who show up in armor, they're there to start shit. They're there to get into shit. All of these people, they want their battle royale. And that's pure fucking America. I just wish more of them would watch Gangs in New York and start, like, filing their teeth and shit. That'd be cool.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. That movie was great for gang violence. Holy shit.
Yeah, it really was. And it was kind of based on a true story, which was actually a thing which is not altogether dissimilar from this, except this is a little different. Well, it's completely different. In fact, it's entirely different. But the fun thing, what I do love about this shit, though, is, I mean, that's a badass battle video, right?
It's pretty good.
It's like watching World Star Hip Hop meets SCA meets a bad Braveheart reenactment.
Right. Well, yeah. You remember, like, 2016, there were so many protests, so many fucking battles all the goddamn time. It was almost like that was what you watched instead of TV. Like, I wonder who's protesting today.
That's honestly, I mean, between that and UFC, that's why I don't get why so many of you still like wrestling. It's like, come on, if you want, like, violent action, we got plenty of it to go around, and it's real.
Yeah.
But
turn on a live stream, like, in one of these cities.
Let's jump to this next video, though, because this next video, I mean, this is just the kind of thing you get to see, and I mean, it's like any boxing or UFC video, and you'll know what I mean in a second.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't give it. Hey, don't give it to the Nazis.
Good night.
Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? You're racist.
That dude.
Why are you so angry?
What a hell of a hit.
That was a hell of a hit. Let's see that again. That was pretty amazing.
That hit was, I mean, that's like, how often do you see a perfect knockout like that?
Right.
You barely, I mean, people like, you know, like, people get millions of dollars to see that shit in boxing.
Right. Okay, let's see that again.
Don't give it. Hey, don't give it to the Nazis. Why are you
Whoo! Crack.
And look at the build on that fucking beast.
so angry?
Yeah, that dude's a fucking gorilla.
Oh my god, and the funny thing is too, is there's not even, like, I don't even know whether or not he was part of the protests going on or anything.
Who knows?
But I mean, yeah, well, I mean, before, I mean, I think it got cut off in this one, but in the full video, you'll see just before that breaks out, a dude gets thrown down and starts getting his ass whooped by a little circle of Antifa twinks.
Okay.
And and that's basically what it is. It's basically like watching dung beetles do battle with army ants, you know. Individually, like, you know, it's like Nelson said, like, all by ourselves we're but single sticks, but when you combine us, we form a massive. No, I gotta fix my mic all of a sudden. Holy shit.
Wow.
There we go. That's better.
That is way better.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What was wrong with it?
Just a little matter of it being a condenser mic that was facing the wrong way.
This whole time I'm like, why do you sound so fucking bad right now? I don't get it.
And I figured it out. I didn't even know it was a problem.
Proud of you.
I'm happy.
Oh, fuck.
I'm an audio technician now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's amazing. That's
yeah. I'm gonna be hired up. I won't be on the show soon. All the K-pop groups are gonna want me to do their audio engineering. I just gotta have to make sure all the mics are facing the right direction. They're like, we know you're an expert at that.
Sounds legit, man. Sounds legit. Holy shit. Okay. I'm gonna tweak these levels a little bit then. Say something real quick.
Well, we got more news to go over.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure I had like all the everything. Hell
yeah, brother. Gotta make sure America sounds good for America.
That's right. Okay, so Mr. Captain Snacks donate some Canadian money. Ooh, sitting here drinking some good old Molson Canadian, or watching a couple of my favorite YouTube buds chilling, eh? It's a good day for Canada, buds. Oh, thank you very much.
It is, because America persists.
Ooh. Okay, so Dr. Scuggums shared a link with me. Good friends of Caligator had their house burned down. Even if it's just $1, can lovely fans donate to help in real life friends of one of the best mods of the server. I'll put that in the description, dude. Absolutely.
Yep. And also, I was going to talk to you about it later, but fuck it, I got you here on it now. We'll just talk about it, perhaps. How do you feel about maybe a midweek, like Tuesday or Wednesday, charity gaming stream? We'll do some human fall flat.
Ooh, dude, okay, yes. Let's do that. That's
good Americanism right there.
Either Tuesday or Wednesday, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Sharice and Kyle's, I guess their house burned down. That's terrible.
Yeah. Let's build them a better house. We'll make it like YouTube Saints Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Right.
We'll get we'll do like Scientology. We'll get a whole bunch of people with no experience or understanding about carpentry or engineering, and we'll all just get together and build a house for them. It'll be like that episode of The Simpsons. A tiny little door.
That's a fantastic idea. One of your best.
Because if you can't undo tragedy, but you can make it worse by trying to help.
Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, I was typing this in and it just went right over my fucking head. I'm sure it was brilliant, whatever you said.
That's all right. It was a fine whoosh. But you know what? We can, and he's putting that in the description, but I'll give you a good little setup for our next news item. Now, this is a kind of weird one, and I liked it specifically because the impressions that we got two news sources that are on this effectively, and they take positions you might not topically expect. So, first up, oh, and this connects to the previous one, too, because if you're wondering why shit's popping off right now, everybody wants to abolish ICE, and they're all against the immigration shit. So that's the new thing everybody's upset about. But they spent so long constantly protesting 100 different things all the time and making absolute asses of themselves and their respective ideologies that nobody gives a fuck or even wants to know what their protests are about anymore. But here's the
They're just excited to be part of something.
Exactly. It's exciting to be part of something bigger than yourself. And when you only weigh 87 pounds because your diet of fucking quinoa and avocado toast doesn't put the muscle mass you need to actually take on a dude in the street, well, it's nice to feel bigger than you are.
Right.
That being the case, all these protests are around this ICE thing. Now, we hear about abolish ICE, right? That's the thing the left wants to do now. But when we find out, what do you expect CNN's take on that to be, right? Yeah, no, you're wrong. This published today, yeah, today or yesterday, whatever the first was on. I think it's today.
That's today.
This is by Julian Zelizer, CNN political activist. Abolish ICE is a massive political mistake, right? So
wouldn't expect that coming from fucking CNN. Not
yeah, and I'm gonna skim through this because it's CNN. Who wants to spend too much time actually reading CNN? Democrats are making a massive political mistake by calling for the end of the immigration and customs enforcement. On a Saturday, when Americans across the country look to the streets to protest President Donald Trump's hardline shift on immigration policy, more and more prominent Democrats, from Senator Elizabeth Warren to Senator Kristen Gillibrand, fuck, I hate the two of them, use their voices to advocate for ending ICE as we know it. The surprise victory of Democratic congressional nominee Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who highlighted attacks on ICE during her campaign against incumbent New York Democrat Joe Crowley, has given further momentum to this position. ICE was created as part of the reorganization by Homeland Security after 9/11. blah, blah, blah.
Right.
U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services handled naturalization and immigration processes. Custom and Border Protection was responsible for monitoring the border, while ICE was given authority to deal with enforcing the laws inside the country. Now, this is the interesting thing. So that's like the breakdown on ICE. The notion is that the left and the Democrats, it's a dumb political move to jump on this. And I know you guys are shocked that liberals, like the progressives and Democrats in this country, would jump the gun and do something stupid.
That's so uncharacteristic of far left progressives.
It really is, because, you know, I mean, like, you know what I think the problem with ICE probably is there's too much toxic masculinity in there. Just we gotta weed all that shit out. You know, we gotta send them soy packets. Yeah.
I was just about to say, maybe get them a subscription to Soylent, you know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what, they can actually get together with you know, we should send females in there, not like the enforced monogamy thing where you issue court-ordered brides to virgins, the way Jordan Peterson suggests in his talks. I mean, I've read his book. Have you? No, you haven't. You didn't get to that chapter, did you? Yeah. Thank you, Amazon, by the way. Praise Bezos for sending me the editor's edition of that book. I would have never known that. But where was I going with that? Oh, yeah, no, we need to start sending more women into the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency there.
Okay.
So that they can, you know, well, they maybe like mandatory viewings of Lena Dunham comedies. Huh?
Oh, my God.
Maybe.
Are you trying to raise the suicide rate in this country?
Just gonna I just want to force ICE to read what was that, the America Chavez, the comic book they came out with no one read.
Yeah. They just called it America.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. We make them read that America comic, because, you know, America, you can't go wrong with anything that's named America.
That's right.
But yeah, force them to read that, because you know what? Then we would actually be providing a federal bailout to Marvel Comics for all their shitty decisions, the same way we do every other industry. Look at this. I'm solving all of these problems all at one go.
You're kind of on fire tonight, actually. This
kind of am.
This is fun to watch.
I get, you know, well, it's the thing. When you can finally, like, fit a hat on your head, you can finally see the world clearly, because you're not blinded by all the bullshit.
Sure,
I got 2 pairs of sunglasses on just to make sure that I can't be blinded by anything.
I was about to ask you about that. Yeah, like
you always need. Yeah, I mean, every good American knows to keep a backup of everything. So, including a country like we do, we call it Canada. Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day, everybody.
Yeah, but so here's the funny thing. So with this ICE thing, we got abolish ICE is a massive mistake from CNN.
America's backup.
Well, if shit gets too hairy down here, like, let's say we're all wrong about this global warming thing and it's actually happening, right? Well,
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, when this place feels like, you know, when, like, you know, northern New England feels like the Sahara, Newfoundland is going to be a fucking paradise. And I am more than happy to annex that on the part of my government, which I hope to represent New Hampshire, here at Ward 3 in Manchester very soon. And as part, I will, because the state is in control of the National Guard, I'm more than happy to sponsor a bill to declare war on maybe just Montreal. And we'll send the National Guard up there. And by the time they're done apologizing for not having the roads clear while we were getting up there, we will fully secure it, and we'll be ready for the coming age.
Is Montreal's in the weird French part of Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm all right with it. I'm on board.
Yeah, I mean, well, like, some people also, you know, some people out there, if you're talking about the weird French part of Canada, might reference New Hampshire as well. But anyway, moving on. We're talking about border controls and shit. We're going to control the border and keep pushing it north until there is no more Canada. But before we do that, we got to deal with this ICE situation.
Right.
Now, while we got CNN saying that this abolish ICE movement is a massive political mistake for the left, we have Fox News offering us a write-up and a story that you really might not expect. This is the kind of thing you might think would come from elsewhere. But instead, we've got Fox News pointing out that 19 ICE investigators have called for the agency to be disbanded.
What?
Yeah.
This is what is going on?
Yeah, this is coming to us from Fox News. This is from Christopher Carbone. 19 senior investigators.
Good old Chris Carbone.
Hey, Chris Carbone, you know, listen, I mean, your people are entirely American, you know, kind of Italian, not exactly Protestant, but it's all the same. You're doing God's work, son. You're doing God's work. You guys, I swear you're like Jews without money. Well, 19
weird hand disorders.
19, yeah. What's the Jewish hand disorder?
This.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Jeff, you got to turn a little more to the side. A little more. There you go. 19 senior investigators at U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, have called for the government agency to be disbanded in a letter to Homeland Security. Yeah. And,
okay. All right.
Yep. So CNN is saying that the calls for ICE to be abolished is a political mistake. Meanwhile, Fox is reporting that ICE investigators are saying maybe we should actually abolish ICE. I mean, these protesters don't really know why, but we got some good reasons. And this is an interesting article here too. I mean, the way they go over it, because so they talk about how it was, it was created with it has over 20,000 employees. It was created created in 03 after September 11th. And is responsible for both Homeland Security investigations, HSI, and for deportation of undocumented migrants, known as ERO, or Enforcement and Removal Operations. Yeah. The agent's letter, first reported to by the Texas Observer, expressed concern that President Trump's crackdown on undocumented migrants has made it more difficult for them to conduct investigations into significant national security issues. HSI is supposed to be out there making these major cases, these big cartels that are smuggling guns, drugs, and money, Alonso Pena, a former ICE deputy, told the Texas Observer. And because this whole immigration rhetoric, that immigrants are bad, that they're criminals and rapists and all that, the focus is totally off mission. A former deputy director of ICE is saying that all of the dipshit MAGA fucking boot 'em out, build a wall rhetoric is making immigration enforcement harder.
Right. We're supposed to be dealing with guns and drugs, terrorism, money laundering, that sort of thing, but literally the thing that people are doing, trying to like be supportive of ICE, is the thing that is fucking them up. That is.
Now, it's interesting too, because they're not just calling for it to be outright disbanded altogether. The agents who work to combat things like drugs and arms trafficking wrote that their investigations, this is 19 of them, by the way, that their investigations have, quote, have been perceived as targeting undocumented aliens instead of the transactional criminal organizations that facilitate cross-border crimes impacting our communities and national security, end quote. Now, once again, one of the things we're getting into is that so often we find that the law and order crowd out there, they really don't understand policing all that well.
Wait.
Really.
They don't?
No, I know. The letter suggests splitting ICE up into two separate agencies that focus separately on Homeland Security and deportation, which agents say would improve transparency, efficiency, and effectiveness. These are agents. These aren't protesters or government studies. These are people who do the fucking job, saying, maybe we should break this up into two separate, smaller entities that can focus specifically on doing their jobs, rather than being used to advance a political narrative about border enforcement, because we're trying to enforce border laws here.
It couldn't hurt.
The letter comes amid widening calls among progressive activists and mainstream Democrats, including, hey, guess who? Kristen Gillibrand, and of course Bill de Blasio and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And by the way, I'm just going to say this because we're probably not going to get on that story. Now, a lot of people are like dumping on her because she's a democratic socialist. She's this super progressive, like, bartender, right?
Yeah, a bartender.
But at the same time, like, she's running for Congress, and she just successfully primaried a sitting Democrat.
Yep.
You can throw all the shade you want about, like, thinking she's a libtard and shit like that, and I don't even probably agree with her on half the shit, but fucking hats off and pinkies up to this lady.
Mm-hmm.
You primaried a New York Democrat. How the fuck?
Oh yeah, and with no corporate money.
With no corporate money. She had a fraction of the dude's money, and she beat him hands down.
Like, I think it was like over 90% or some shit, just completely wiped the floor with him.
Yeah, no, I mean, now she could very well win the election too, because that particular district is exceptionally blue. They will, I mean, like you'd have to have a hell of a moderate Republican going up against her. But all the opinions about ideas and ideology and all that aside, from a strictly political standpoint in terms of elections and such, hats off to you. Pinkies up to the lady, fucking. But yeah, she's in favor of apparently abolishing ICE, as apparently are a handful of investigators who worked for ICE who think ICE needs to be broken up. But what do I know? I wear Sam Adams hats and I do a YouTube show. The Trump administration has bolstered the agency's powers by executive order and adopted a controversial zero-tolerance policy regarding those who illegally migrate to America. Tens of thousands took to the streets in protest against Trump's inauguration and got their heads cracked down over the weekend. Wait, no, immigration crackdown over this weekend. Yeah.
Did you have a stroke?
No, it was kind of on purpose.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, interesting
it's very
story.
Natural.
Yeah, well, it's very interesting. I mean, so we've got Fox saying ICE thinks ICE ought to be broken up,
right?
And then we've got CNN saying Democrats, you're wrong for saying ICE should be broken up.
I can't wrap my head around this shit. It's so bizarre. Everything is flipped upside down.
Maybe somebody pointed out to the Democrats how big a government agency that is, and they're like, wait, we can't get rid of big government.
Right.
Oh, that would make us Republicans. That would make us Nazis.
I think it's kind of weird too, because like this is such a great example of people on two sides of an issue, each self-destructing their own like attempts. Like they're just completely ruining everything that they're trying to do and not even understanding it. It's incredible, absolutely incredible.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's like it's like annihilation in like physics or something when two like antimatter and matter collide and they just annihilate one another.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. All right, so let's go over here to the dashboard. The dashboard. I'm starting to pick up that fucking accent. Mouth says, sorry I missed the writing stream. P.S. I crave cheddar. Ooh, I crave cheddar too.
That's a pretty American thing to do. You should be proud of yourself.
I want some cheddar. Fuck. Giovanna Liviana, you talking about my people, compa. You maybe want to get fitted for a nice pair of shoes made out of concrete so you could go sleep with the fishes. Okay, that's probably not that good.
That's a little racist. Not all Italians torture, kill people. Some of them just shoot each other like ordinary people.
Right.
Yeah.
Squirrel Satan, Jeff, I heard a rumor that on Pornhub Saints you're going to shove an eggplant up your ass. No, that is not true. I will, however, be inserting baby carrots into my urethra. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be good. No? Okay. Moving on.
Freedom. That's freedom. Yeah.
America. We also have a video on this topic too.
Let's watch a little video.
Yeah. You sent me this thing.
Oh. Yeah, well, this is just a video of like some of the protests going on. Now there've been big ass protests, but again, like if you were passing by it, you probably wouldn't know or give a shit what it was about, because like it's like just an ordinary thing these days.
Right. Yeah.
Why were you late to work? Protests. There've been protests for a year and a half. It's not an excuse.
Yeah. It doesn't really look like anything. Is that in Hollywood? I can't tell. Whatever.
Oh my god.
No, New York City. New York City.
Well, that's in New York City. Did I just see Justin Wang in the background?
Did you?
It's like an episode of Gotham. I just presume anytime you see more than 100 people in a given place in New York, you'll be able to find Justin Wang.
I mean, he lives there. It makes sense, right?
It's not a very big place either.
Nah. Everybody knows Justin too.
Yeah, Justin's neighbors with literally everyone in at least 3 boroughs.
That's right. Oh, you know what I could do? You know what I could do? So I want cheddar because it's an American thing, but also I have Kraft dinner, and that's like backup America's thing. So I could combine the Kraft dinner with the cheddar cheese and not shit for like 3 days.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're doing that though, you're also getting like talking about like combining foods. That sounds a little like gay, you know?
I'm cool with that.
It's like you're French or something. Oh ho ho ho! I'm going to take this Kraft and add real cheese to it.
What are your neighbors talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I guess I forgot that I was
Whatever.
I can put the microphone in the window.
I think we might get arrested for that. Actually, we should probably not do
Probably. Well, I'll be like, it's on my property. I thought this is America, and you can record whoever you wanted, whenever you wanted.
that. I thought this is America.
Oh, god damn it! I'm looking at the screen now. I'm realizing I really should have shaved right here, so I had mutton chops.
Oh yeah, dude, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got.
Wait a second.
Oh.
No, I mean it's gonna be a bit of spoiler, but I mean nobody watched my channel anyway. But that character idea I was telling you about.
Yeah.
What if it was a redneck Jordan Peterson?
How would that work?
I don't know. I'll have to give it some thought. Just make occasionally make points that sound occasionally profound.
Right. Well, I mean,
and then fill it up with a bunch of garbage. Wait, no, that's regular Jordan Peterson.
You could, yeah, you could wax philosophical about redneck topics.
That's true. But then I'd be appropriate in redneck culture.
And that's problematic.
Yeah, no, and everyone, I can't see the chat, but I'm sure it should explode. And you're from New Hampshire. There's no appropriating that. Not for you.
Jesus Christ. All right, so we got a feel-good story that we're going to round this off with. Let's check this out. We've got anonymous man buys $1 million worth of Toys R Us inventory. In Cary, North Carolina, reports of a man buying upwards of $1 million of toys from the now-defunct Toys R Us stores across Raleigh, North Carolina, have been verified by our sister station, WTVD. An employee at the Cary store, who is not authorized to speak on behalf of the company, said the buyer visited the Cary location to purchase toys. The employee went on to say, "It didn't happen all at this location. We don't have that much inventory. It happened at various stores. It likely went through the Raleigh liquidator." On Tuesday, the only items remaining at the Cary location were a small section of assorted baby clothes and a few small aisles of toys. In a phone call to a Raleigh store, an employee declined to comment when asked about further information about the anonymous shopper, what their immediate plans were following the large purchase. Now, oh wait, I thought this guy donated it to charity. Or to the kids. It doesn't say that he gave it to kids.
Was it just assumed?
I guess we just assumed that he did.
Oh my god, I swear to Christ, if a new toy store in fucking North Carolina opens up.
I wonder if that guy, okay, I'm gonna try and figure this out.
I mean, that's how it was being reported around social media, so if anything, maybe let this be a lesson that we shouldn't trust goddamn social media. Your wife all getting excited and shit about that. Me getting all excited about it, thinking, what? Goddamn.
It said, yeah, like this article from Fox News.
These are my angry glasses right here.
Is it? Yeah. I'm pretty upset too. Oh Christ, Rhino. Let's see. And plans to donate it all to children. Okay, so apparently.
That's fine. I can put the shock top glasses on again. That's good.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I guess he just he wants to stay anonymous, but he has actually talked to them and he is donating it all to charity. So that's cool.
I mean, I'll say this much too. After like several years here on the internet, when you hear about someone who's trying to be anonymous,
right,
not being a cunt, just because that's the only way they can feel alive, it's nice to hear. Like, this guy's a millionaire. He's like, oh, Toys R Us is closing. I'm gonna buy all the toys and give them to kids.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good way to spend a day. And you know what? Maybe he's going to write it off on his taxes and as he should.
As he should, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. But honestly, if he doesn't, I'm not big on religion. Well, I am today because it's America Day. But but all saying, yeah, I mean, that man deserves fucking sainthood.
Yeah, no, that's pretty sweet. He's like a fucking weirdo Santa Claus.
Yeah,
fucking
and on Santa Claus, it's kind of like instead of Santa Claus coming down your chimney to give you presents, Slender Man does it. Surprise! You're not dying today. Don't worry. Enjoy this Thomas the Tank Engine. I'll be back.
So terrifying. Oh my god.
Slender Santa.
Yeah, and like fucking jitters into existence in front of the children. They're screaming, and it just starts handing them toys.
Slender Claus.
Slender Claus. Okay. Slender Claus.
Slender Claus. I mean, you know what? Fucking Krampus, get fucked. That's old. In with the new. We got ourselves Slender Claus.
Slender
All the
Claus.
kids be killing each other by Christmas. Guaranteed. Hottest new challenge on the internet. Mwah.
So, I
really don't want to. I clearly just don't want us to keep this channel, do I?
No, not really. No. It must burn a fiery death forever. So I wanted to do something real quick, though. Since it is Canada Day, I wanted to highlight a little bit some of the greatest inventions that did come out of Canada. Because we rip on Canada all the fucking time. Rightly so, because you're terrible. But some of my favorite... Is this
you going to be, like, trying to kiss Ella's ass or something?
Maybe. I'm not gonna tell you what my long con is, okay?
Yeah, just get to it that way. Yeah,
that's right. Anyway, so some of my favorite people and also some of my least favorite people all live in Canada for some bizarre fucking reason. Like there's just no middle ground. It's always like either shit or amazing. But as much as we rip on Canada, they did give us insulin. The light bulb was actually invented in Canada, and a personal favorite of mine.
Under these studio lights, with it being 100 degrees anyway, right now I'm kind of cursing them for inventing the light bulb, but okay, continue.
Right. And also, one of my personal favorites, the Wonder Bra. Thank you, Canada. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, well, I mean, also, let's keep in mind, Canada gave us Kids in the Hall.
True.
Yeah, Canada gave us Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They get a pass for a lot of shit just for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Canada gave us, what's his name? Dave from News Radio. His comedy's good. I'd say Jim Carrey, but, Andy Warhol already happened, so.
Right.
No sense in celebrating it twice. But no, Canada's given us some good things, and I look forward to when the sea levels rise and the temperatures rise, and Canada is that lush and fertile ground that doesn't have enough guns or willpower to defend against its southern neighbors. And then, the best defense is going to be like, well, you remember what you guys were saying about Mexico? It's like, that was then, this is now. Welcome to America. But this is Vancouver. Welcome to America.
Okay. They did, however, invent the Hawaiian pizza. War it is.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We'll just have to re-elect Trump.
God.
That'll be fine.
Must we?
If we really want to get back at Canada for that. It's kind of like shooting yourself in the dick so that you can gouge out your neighbor's eye.
Oh, re-elect Trump to trigger the Canadians. Okay.
Just, you know what? Just tell me they didn't give us boneless wings, because then I don't even think you'd be able to argue.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'll have to investigate that one. Hell, was that crazy sound?
Meanwhile, we'll just try and convince ourselves, like, Syria gave us boneless wings.
There we go. Awesome.
I would tweet that at our president, by the way, that if ever there was cause for Syrian invasion.
Boneless wings. Yep, they invented it. Absolutely.
Well, first we got to deal with Canada, and that'll be fine. Because have you seen what the prime minister looks like? You could be like, no, we'll just get like, well, you know what we'll do? We'll get Bodie Miller, right? Good New Hampshire boy, good American.
Who the fuck is Bodie Miller?
Who the fuck do you think you know why you ain't heard of him? He's that elite. He's a skier. Yeah. Olympic skier. Yeah. You know what he's going to do? He's going to challenge Justin Trudeau to a downhill slalom. Trudeau can have a snowboard, whatever he wants. And you know what? Bodie Miller, going to whoop the shit out of him. You know what happened? You know what the winner gets? The loser's country. Yeah. And you know who the loser's country is? Canada. Because it's Canada Day. And here we are celebrating America.
Happy Canada.
Yeah.
Day.
Also, thanks for all the Canadian money you guys threw at us tonight, because I'm pretty sure it's probably worth slightly more than ours.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's pretty true.
It's true.
Your
money's great, and so is your bacon, and your stand-up comedy, and your traps.
If there's a testament to how completely destroyed my brain is tonight, when you said, yeah, he's an Olympic skier, you know what he's gonna do? I was like, I almost said, like, what is he gonna, like, ski jump over Canada?
That would be pretty epic. I wouldn't put it past him. He's pretty talented.
Yeah,
That's how we breed him here in New Hampshire. It's like, hey, I'm just gonna pop up into Canada and fuck shit up so their border controls get stricter.
Keep all those damn Canadians in there.
I wouldn't be so salty if I was allowed in that fucking country.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that you can't even go in.
Nope.
Maybe you shouldn't be doing extreme shit to trigger the Canadians.
Before anybody asks, why am I not allowed in Canada? It's because I'm just too American for them.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. He starts approaching the border and they just like shriek like vampires in daylight, you know?
Yeah, they all go run looking for their guns and then realize they ain't got none because the libs came through and took them.
And Sacre Bleu, he is far too American for us.
Justin Trudeau in his damn dump truck.
Yay.
If I want to deal with French Canadians, I'll just go to Louisiana where they're enjoyable.
Sort of. Okay. Sergeant Buck, a real American takes Kraft Mac, adds a whole pack of Kraft American cheese singles, then a whole pack of hot dogs to that shit, keeps aspirin on hand for that sweet, sweet heart attack. Hashtag Murica. You've got to sprinkle cigarettes in it. You know. Rhino, Jeff gonna send you a pound of Fromunda cheese. Dude, no. He also says, hey little boy, I have $1 million worth of toys in my windowless white van, want to see. Oh, Christ.
Well, I almost feel bad I didn't get that. I didn't pick that up right away. I'm just like, what? That? Oh, it's so obvious and good. Well done. Okay. Oh, he's got his angry glasses on. Jeff's gonna need to speak to the manager.
People in the chat are like, there's this one dude, he's from Canada. Yeah, I am aware that he's from Canada, guys. I know that he's from Canada. It's okay. It's all right. November Mind says, boobs. Thank you. I've been taking these pills that I got off of Infowars.com store, and they're coming in.
I just smoke a lot of weed, so all the estrogen builds up, and then I make sushi, and everybody eats soy sauce, and so yeah, soy plus weed equals titties.
Sweet, sweet man titties. I can't wait to start lactating.
I'm seeing myself on camera, and I'm growing a very healthy Harvey Keitel build here.
Yeah, man. No, yeah. Me too. I was, I'm still working on that edit for, which it should be done on probably tomorrow. From our VidCon episode, the Sunday night one, and I'm watching me like move around, and I was so drunk, and I like my fucking dad bod guts like bouncing around and shit. I was like, wow. What I love too is like during that stream, before I had eaten, I was looking skinny. It's that like classic like I'm skinny when I'm standing and I'm Buddha when I sit shit. Yep. And yeah, but I mean, I pigged out that night too, as everybody else did. In fact, you guys ate more of that food than I even got to, but that's fine because I've eaten too much anyway. Right.
And yeah, and I caught Vox's shots from the party, and I'm like, wow, look at me, full of beer, sushi, and steak and shit. Wow. All those times I made fun of Greg for his waistcoat straining, and there I am doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah, man, we really have no room to fucking judge anybody at this point.
Yeah, I do. I don't give a fuck. You guys gonna stop me? I'm American. I'll judge anybody I want to. I'll have the developed world's highest infant mortality rate, and then I'll talk shit about public health care. Fucking communists.
Giovanna Olivia on Hawaii pizza is wonderful. You're both itching for a visit from the pizza standee secret police. Well, you know, bring it. November Mind, $1 Canadian is worth a 76 cents in America?
Oh, that's it?
Oh, okay.
That just means that our Canadian audience needs to give us more of their money.
Mr. Captain Snacks.
I love exchange rates.
I know. Mr. Captain Snacks says more Canadian dollarinos or dollarinos. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Okay, let me click through here real quick and check where we are at. And what is that? Yeah, okay. No, we caught it. Okay. So obviously because there was
like a normal YouTuber. Sorry. Yeah, but no, like you go this way, it's redneck. You can have whatever stupid sunglasses you want on, but if you put the hat like it's a fucking yarmulke, I was like, "What's up, bros? How's it going? I'm gonna go longboarding today. Gonna take you along with me because I love living in Venice Beach. hit my Patreon up so I can continue doing so.
I look super bald when I do this too because of my high hairline.
Now you look like Steve Shives.
See, no, this is not a bad idea though, because Mems is in love with Matthew Santoro, and he's bald, so maybe this could work out good for the marriage.
She does know she needs to be like a violent psychopath in order to really like hook him, right?
I don't know.
You gotta get that Nicole Arbor action going on. Threaten to kill yourself and then smack him in the face a few times and then make some shitty videos calling yourself a comedian.
That's right. I totally forgot about that. That was Nicole Arbor. Holy shit.
And thank you to Grade A Under A for making me aware of that insipid information I really didn't need to know. But
that's fucked, dude.
It actually, well, I mean, it came in handy. You know, maybe I've been a little too harsh on this like dog shit fucking like clickbait internet YouTube culture. Because the thing is, if it wasn't for Grade A making me aware of that 2 years ago, I wouldn't have had a joke to make just now.
True. So when you really think about it, it's like predeterminism for jokes.
It is.
Whatever. Anyway,
is that philosophy, Jeff? You want to talk about philosophy?
No, stop it. Stop it. I'm not getting into that.
Well, I know you like science.
I do like science. I do like science, Nick.
You know what science needs to exist, right? Philosophy. Anyway, let's move on. Next topic. Jeff was kind of fucked up. Now he's irritated, so hopefully his heart's racing.
Actually, yeah. Wow. Ooh. Okay. All right. Anyway, it's time for me to start doing top 10 lists, and I'll get way more action from my wife. Hey, fuck yeah, whatever. It's cool. Probably actually make more money on YouTube doing that shit too.
I mean, honestly, it's like, you know, you could take a completely like intellectually sound channel and someone would be like, "Why'd you start doing top 10 lists?" Like, it got me laid more often. Oh.
Yeah, nobody would. What are they gonna say?
Okay.
Like,
I thought you were selling out, but I mean, hey, yeah, I'm right there with you, pal.
Oh yeah, I'll sell out for pussy way before I will money. That's for sure.
Yeah, and if this one takeaway from this episode of the America Saints, let it be this: top 10 lists keep marriages alive.
Okay, but yeah, so it's Canada Day, so, and we did have a scheduling conflict. So our guest tonight, if you haven't noticed, our guest tonight has been America, and we brought it because it's amazing.
I was really hoping you were gonna have some awesome like patriotic video of like a flag and fireworks for that.
I wish I did too. Actually, that would have been great.
Preparation is everything. We're totally prepared for this show, though, because I mean, the thing is America is a very busy guest, and it's hard to book America. It's always doing Sky News and going on InfoWars.
Just throwing shade on my skills, man.
Hey, it was a good transition. I just thought you were transitioning to something as opposed to. By the way,
well, I mean, if I'm gonna mention it,
dark hole now.
Right. All right. Fine. Okay. Here, I'm gonna fix this. I totally got that.
Take show. Find bucket. Place in bucket.
Here we go. All right.
Look, bucket.
I got this shit. Here. Here we go.
Oh man. Oh.
All right.
Hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the audience of the YouTube Saints, here on a very special Canada Day, we wanted to thank our guest, America. America, defining Canada as being inferior to something else. America, our mother, our father, our futanari that deliciously pleasures us every night in our souls. America. This episode brought to you by America. America, it's barely functional, but goddamn it, it's ours.
Home of PBR, Bud Light, and Sam Adams.
That's right.
John Deere tractors and Chick-fil-A.
That's right.
In fact, you know what? Happy Canada Day, because you remain free in this glorious world, because of the sacrifices of countless Revolutionary War soldiers who gave their lives fighting the British somewhere in Boston about 30 years ago. And ever since then, y'all knew you had a constitution.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's Canada Day. I'm listen. We get all the geography teaching here. We know Canada Day. It's civics, basic civics. They're celebrating the day they declared independence from Spain back in 1984, and yeah. And so happy Canada Day. You guys are welcome. We're glad we could win that war for you.
Didn't Canada burn the White House?
No, I wouldn't do that. I know Canada for a while. I'd never do that. No.
You're on notice.
Did it?
Here. I think they did. I think the Canadians actually burned the White House down.
Like the Lincoln bedroom and everything?
It's the old White House. It's not the same White House.
Oh, well, then we got a better White House out of the deal. Shows you guys.
Oh, you know what? You know what? This is probably what happened, right? So America was like, yo, I need a new house, but I got this scam. So if you'll do this for me, I'm going to do something for you a little bit later. I need you to burn it down so the insurance people don't think I had anything to do with it.
Honestly, it makes sense because, I mean, I know my history pretty well, and the whole French-Canadian War is nothing more than an elaborate insurance scam. Right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's just, I mean, like, the French insured all the Indians, and then they chopped them all up, and then they're like, shit, and they sold them the dog food processing plants, but then they also claimed the insurance on the dead Indians, and they're like, hey, now we got a country, and that's how Canada happened, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day, everybody. Hey, to you, Canada.
My favorite, I mean, you know what? We need to celebrate more North American holidays. Like, Cinco de Mayo is also known as Mexico Day because it celebrates the point in which General Pablo Escobar liberated the Tijuana rebels from the clutches of the German mercenaries that were holding down the fort there, right?
Is that what it's about?
Pretty sure. Let's not question it too deeply, otherwise someone might correct us.
Okay.
But yeah, so happy Canada Day. I'm so glad you guys are around to make me think of Mexico whenever I think about being on a continent.
So in the chat here, people are correcting me that apparently it was not really Canada that burned down, or like there wasn't even really Canada, or was it? I don't care.
Yeah, it was that White House sucked. That
yeah,
White House
it sucked anyway. Whatever.
Garbage. You know who lived there? Andrew Jackson. You know where he shit? Wherever he wanted to. He's like, I'm president. And so, yeah, that's why they didn't have too many visitors, like, tours back then.
He just walk around with no pants on, just shitting all over the White House.
That's the thing. No, he took a diplomatic trip to Mumbai one day and said, you know what? I'm gonna treat the White House like this until Congress gets an act in order. And then all of a sudden, like, the whole place just reeked of a fucking South Carolina brothel, and you couldn't get rid of it. So they just invited Canadians down here, like, hey, you guys know how to make fires? It's cold where you're from, right? And I'm like, yeah. Imagine it's as cold as it is in August, and make a big bonfire out of our president's house. And so they did that. And then we built a better one with a movie theater in it.
Right. Yeah. And
this has been your American history lesson for all you Canadians watching right now.
Andrew Jackson shit all over the fucking White House.
All over the goddamn place.
My God. Jesus Christ.
That's why, listen, I mean, that was the actual, like, you know, that's why they actually initially created the articles of impeachment in case that happened again, because they're like, every so often we're going to have to go over there and talk to him. What happens if we get another president with a scat fetish? And that's why we...
Yeah. Wasn't there a thing with, like, the Trump hired women to pee on him or some shit like that?
No, it never happened. No.
Huh.
What's that? When is a rich business mogul who's like been in the public spotlight forever and experienced every indulgence a man could possibly afford with millions and millions of dollars ever degraded himself to being pissed on by Russian models in the privacy of a hotel room paid for by the Russian consulate? When? Fuck you! Give me a break.
Here's the question that I have. Let's say for some reason you're a regular, average, everyday citizen, and you happen to be in a penthouse in Russia, paid for by the Russian consulate, and there are these two incredibly hot fucking models, and all you have to do is let them pee on you. Would you not?
Does it mean I get to be president?
Yeah.
I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I mean, first I want to know what I'd want to see how they ate mostly, you know.
Oh,
I mean, if they're like, what kind of Russians are we talking here?
Do they weigh too much asparagus?
Yeah, I mean, is it going to smell like I'm covered in sulfur?
Right.
Because then Yeah, I mean, I'd at least need to put a Tic Tac up there or something before they got to business. But yeah.
That's fine.
I know how vaginas work in the same way I know my history.
Where's my fucking smart glasses? There we are. Actually, Nick, that's not how the vagina works. Not at all.
Still, it doesn't. You look like a D&D trucker right now.
Roll for initiative.
Roll 20 to check for a bear report down the street. You know bear report?
No, what's bear report?
That's if there's motherfucking police. Yeah.
Right.
You'd know this if you were American.
I just don't live in a shitty part of America.
Is that how you defend yourself living in what is actually effectively Canada?
No, it's not Canada. What the fuck?
Has your state ever had a military clash involving Canadians in it?
No.
Well, I'm pretty sure mine has, and if it's not, give me 3 months. But all the same,
I believe in you. Oh my god. Okay.
And
Anyway, we do have an undersubbed of the week. I picked it.
oh, good.
Yeah. And I really, really, really like her channel. I think she's fantastic. She does do some sciencey, she does do some political commentary, and if anybody seems to have mirrored the same way I've kind of evolved over the time, like with the whole SJW vibe and shit, it's definitely Zoe Does Life. Zoe's cool. Yeah.
I've heard of this channel before.
Yeah? Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh yeah, I should probably turn it up. Hang on. That might help. Being able to hear videos can help. Alright, here we go.
Hi, my name's Zoe and I'm a liberal. I may be a liberal, but I'm as perplexed by SJWs as the rest of you. It's one thing to be progressive, but it's another to claim that bikinis are fatphobic, that waving is a microaggression, and being polite is a form of racism. We live in a crazy world. However, if you start to see these SJWs everywhere you go, in TV, in books, down your local pub, you may be suffering from a rare disorder called Bruce Willis's SJW sense.
SJW.
Symptoms of this unfortunate affliction include making our...
Now, I haven't gotten confirmation on this yet, but I really want to believe that she sampled No Bullshit. That would be fantastic.
Well, I mean, shit, I was thinking it was like Lauren's Southernitis or something. But
that'd be good too.
By the way, I mean, I think I mentioned it last time, but if you guys ever want, like, I mean, I understand the name Lauren Southern. It can be a lot to type out. Now, I came up with a handy solution for you guys before we get back to Zoe here that I want you to take to heart. Yeah?
Okay.
This one American to another. If you ever want to type out a nice little shorthand, like nickname, show your love for Lauren Southern, the kind of love you have where you retweet everything she tweets and thinks that everything she does. Remember, JF Garipe, the alpha shad male, who is, well, Canadian. Sorry, Canada. Happy Canada Day. Can't win everyone. Can't win them all. But yeah, he's very, very fond of her. And there's one thing we know that our boy loves, it's potatoes.
Okay.
Y'all see where I'm going with this? We got a nice blonde gold from the Yukon gold.
Yukon gold. Hey, okay. It's a bit of a journey to get there.
Well, listen, I mean, this is fake New Hampshire coming to you live with 2 pairs of sunglasses. I'm here to tell you what the nicknames will be and how they're gonna work. You see?
That's meme magic there, baby. Meme magic.
So based. Anyway.
So fucking based, dude. All right, let's keep going, Zoe.
Long movie reviews about how having too many...
What?
I just said we could just keep hacking in cheap joke after cheap joke. I don't give a fuck.
I really like this video though.
Symptoms of this unfortunate affliction include making hour-long movie reviews about how having too many female characters in one particular movie means that SJWs are totally taking over the world and brainwashing you at the cinema. Getting a Twitter account just to retweet angry accounts claiming that Western civilization is falling due to SJWs. And boycotting your favourite streaming service just because they release a program that you disagree with politically.
I think we should also add in there too. Everything is postmodern neo-Marxist. That's pretty interchangeable at this point.
See, when I saw that shit happening with the boycotting, though, I was thinking like everybody needs to boycott Crackle because it's fucking terrible.
It is really. Why does it even exist?
Well, I mean, Hulu started out, and Hulu kind of sucked on its own, like in terms of its own content. Hulu's original content kind of sucked for a while. But they got their hands on the primetime network shows, and The Office.
I thought you were talking about the food Crackle. Okay, all right, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the streaming service Crackle. If your cable provider's like, you get free Crackle, you'd be like, take that back. I will pay you to take that back. So,
I was also gonna say, why do Boston baked beans exist? Those things are disgusting. Does anybody ever buy them?
Some people do.
In Boston?
Maybe.
These are just some of the early stages of this terrible affliction, but the end stages bring total anger at the world around you and the ability to blame anything and everyone on the SJWs. You will become slowly convinced that they are everywhere, that you cannot escape them, and that they are literally taking over the world. You will eventually be forced to sit in a dark room with no TV, books or games because they've all been taken over by social justice. Expert doctors have noticed that ironically the early symptoms of this affliction line up perfectly with the very thing that you grow to hate. The affliction that the SJWs suffer with, too woke and too broke syndrome. If two people with these separate illnesses meet in real life, they will not recognise themselves in each other and instead will attack each other until they have blocked each other on every single social network.
Annihilation principle.
They only see what they want to see. They don't know their
SJW.
Sorry. It's a horrible edit, but
I think Zoe's been watching too much Stephen Molyneux. No, I love the fact though she went with the Sixth Sense there, because like if there's one thing you want to be sure of, it's that I doubt even copyright bots bother with M. Night Shyamalan properties at this point.
Yeah.
Like you could just post the entirety of Lady on the Water on your YouTube channel, and the studio would be happy that some people are watching it.
Yeah. You might even get like a letter in the mail like, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
We know.
M. Night, I'm here for you, man. And if you're casting your next movie and it's I mean, I work for Scale.
Right. I work for beer. All right.
The rest
What
of
it
us,
takes.
whether that be a liberal, a leftist, a right wing, or a centrist, simply stand back and laugh at the absurdity of it all. What do you think? Have you ever suffered from either of these afflictions? And if you think you may be suffering from some early symptoms, please, my biggest advice is just to get off the internet, get out into real life, and you'll realize that none of this matters anyway.
Yeah, look, turn it off. We want to focus on the positive in life now, Pondy.
Let me know your thoughts, and what can we do to prevent these illnesses from taking hold?
See, I'm so glad that there's people like Zoe out there. Also, hi, I think I'm real. People who are holding true to the spirit of what attracted me to doing like some of the political commentary that I did do in the past. It was because I hated identity politics, and these days there's just as much identity politics going on the other side now, and it's fucking out of control. It's bizarre.
Oh no, I'll say one of the things I do love about that though, and I've watched it evolve too. When I do see Gamergate brought up, right, by people I know who are defending it,
right,
unless it's somebody who's just picking up the mantle, whenever I see that hashtag from someone I've known from back then, I'm like, wow, it's still just about ethics in gaming with you. But yeah, it's refreshing, Chris.
What can we do to?
Sorry.
Well, I mean, we've got these. I mean, like, I just released a video on it recently, though. I mean, honestly, like, if we've got an environment here where, it's fucking retarded. Where Paul Joseph Watson is actually being taken seriously as a political commentator. I join UKIP, not as a stunt.
It's not like I'm a shameless media whore with nothing worthwhile listening to, but all the same, you're going to watch and buy my brain force, and here's these crisis actors, but fuck me if I ever get caught being dishonest. Yeah, the fact that we've got that, yeah, and then what, we've got, I mean, for a while, like what? I mean, what's big on the left now? What, the Young Turks? Anna Kasparian throwing shade at Dave Rubin. I'm like, who's pot and who's kettle?
I know,
I don't get
that was pretty great though. I
it was.
I like seeing them clapping back at each other. Like, that's good. It was fun.
Yeah, broken clocks can all be right twice a day unless they're digital clocks like Alex Jones, in which case they just blink some inane shit that doesn't make any sense at all. But
true.
Yeah, but the point is I mean, yeah, no, I like this because we need more voices of reason who are funny enough for people to want to listen to, because you can't get people with intellect. You can't get them with insight or oratory. You gotta hook them with something they like that's fun. And so if somebody who's not insane and not functionally fucking retarded the way most of these modern political edgy heroes are, is gonna, if they deserve to rise, fuck it, let's raise these people up, yeah? And if they stop being funny, then you hold that against them.
Right. So Baldbag actually has a great idea. The right-wing equivalent of SJWs should be called PJWs. And we can call them political justice warriors, but that would be
I'm really liking this.
This is a great fucking idea. Absolutely great fucking idea.
I think it was one of the Avengers reviews, but did you ever catch the way in which Red Letter Media gave Joss Whedon a nickname?
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, they were just talking to, like, the thing is, he's just so sensitive. Yeah, he is pretty sensitive. Yeah. I think at this point we should just start calling him Sensitive Joss Whedon. Yeah? You think so? Yeah. But, that's kind of a mouthful. And they just look at the camera and it just says SJW.
Ooh. Nice. Okay. That's
By the
good.
way, if you guys out watching right now want to tweet furiously at Red Letter Media convince them to come on this show, if they decide to, you will get to know they make poor decisions.
I was gonna say I'd offer to buy Rich Evans some insulin. That'd be cool. So JSC Hong, thoughts on Razor Fist? Thoughts on Styx, Hexen, Hammer 666? I disagree with both of them a lot, but they both have really interesting things to say at times. It just depends. I really like Razor Fist DS9 series, and I'm really pissed that he's having trouble keeping that online. That's bullshit.
I'll say I look better in a leather jacket than both of those men do, because we all have the same jacket too.
We do, yeah.
Mine just squeaks more.
Yes, yours squeaks more. Yeah. That's true.
I like the fact, I've just never, I just haven't gotten into Styx yet. I just haven't actually gravitated towards his content to the point where I started watching it, right? Because, yeah. But, I like the guy. He comes from the state next door to me. Everyone's like, hey, you're running as a libertarian. You should go get Styx Hexenhammer to, promote you. It's like, well, he's from Vermont. That doesn't really help in New Hampshire. Actually, it kind of hinders, because in New Hampshire, if people from out of state are saying things, people in New Hampshire are like, well, fuck that noise. But with Razor Fist, one of the things I'll say, I keep finding myself fundamentally disagreeing with him on a whole host of shit.
Oh, yeah.
But I love the way in which he offers you arguments from a notably right-wing point of view. But he does them in a way where it's not like he's trying to convince you that you should believe them because it's the conservative position.
He's putting forth his case.
He is I'll say, in terms of conservative commentary, he is worth at least 50 Lauren Southerns. He is worth 2,500 Laura Loomers. He is worth 597 Gavin McGinnis's. Yeah, these people are hacks. Now, Razor Fist isn't really, he wants you to see his political perspective, but the guy is more interested in just enjoying his life.
Yeah.
He doesn't base his life in his fucking political persuasion. He's not trying to be the new punk rock. And he wants to offer you his perspectives in an entertaining way that makes you consider them. You don't have to accept them, but consider them, and it's hard not to, and I like that.
Yeah, he's all right.
And he's got a bigger face than Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, he does. He really does. Giovanna Liviana, the real Vancouver, is in southern Washington, not Canada. Ooh. Sergeant Buck, Crackle is the Norton antivirus of streaming. Yeah. And Giovanna, again, Canada will be the 54th to 59th states of the United States soon. Which, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to annex.
You gotta look Canada in the eye and be like, tonight, you.
I mean, I kind of like having them as a backup and not really, like, with us, you know? I mean, it's like, it's over there if we need it. That's okay. Yeah. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm alright with that.
Yeah. It's like having a summer home in case your original home burns down for insurance purposes.
Right. We're not going to let Canada sit at the same table with us at lunchtime, but the table right next to us, totally okay. Totally okay. Yeah, we can even talk a little bit. It's okay.
Like when well, gosh, I mean, you let Germany sit there. Germany's got,
money. So anyway.
Also, I mean, North Korea, because they've got such amazing weed. That's actually true. Weed's legal in North Korea.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yes, it's legal in North Korea.
That's really fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, not really when you think about it, because they're like, all right, well, I mean, the last thing we want is this population of ours figuring out what's going on.
True. That's very true. That's very, very true. I actually really wanted to cover the North Korea thing, but I think it's good for us to wait like another week because we don't know what the fuck's gonna go on next. So
I know Becky and Brad might totally have another fight.
Yeah.
Okay. And for those who don't get it, real quick, I'll just explain. If you watch the U.S. North Korean shit, right? If you watch them us learning to get along as it was, but you see how it goes through as it flows through two very cantankerous, tempestuous individuals who have sort of despotic mentalities. It's very much like watching a really shitty high school relationship blossom and struggle and suffer and ultimately fail. And if it works, it's because one of these countries is going to get pregnant, and then the double wide that the uncle owns is going to be available, and then you're American.
Which one's Becky and which one's Brad?
Well, that has yet to be seen.
Okay, fair enough. Because I'm starting to like kind of figure out the personality traits, and I could really go either way. It just depends. Anyway, we are gonna head to the cringe of the week. Yeah. Okay, cringe of the week. So
now, this happened last week, but the real cringe came to us this week when we got to learn about what happened. I made this video earlier. It's gonna be posted on my channel afterwards because I'm a little proud of it. I was able to throw it together real quick, and I like doing these kinds of edits. And if you want to see more of them, definitely smash the 1 button when the video is done. But let's just we're just gonna show you what this is and then laugh about it together afterwards.
Okay.
Under the right circumstances, a producer could make more money with a flop than he could with a hit.
You let me tweet hundreds of times, I'm coming to VidCon, they're gonna make me a featured creator, so all of my fans would buy tickets to your fucking event and give you money. How dare you? Run a company scamming people based off of creators meeting their fans.
I'm not breathing in here. I need everybody to move and clear this out because we have the paramedics coming in.
But here I am with my face fucking everywhere, and I can't meet any of my motherfucking fans that support me and love me because that's not what you're really about. I think all of the unwanted people should host a little meet and greet in Anaheim, California.
There will be no one entering the building unless you have a hotel card. Tomorrow the event will continue.
Because I would love to make this shit bigger, better, and freer than VidCon.
The people who bought them won't get in. So I suggest please do not steal the badges.
And I want to let you know, as the CEO of my new meet and greet that I'm having this June, I cared about you. Fuck VidCon! Fuck their current CEO! Fuck anyone who created VidCon!
I want you guys to know what's going on, so I really need you to be quiet and listen to me. Tomorrow the event will continue. It will be here, and we booked another venue a block away that will hold thousands and thousands of people.
I had a lot of fun making that.
Well done. Well done.
Yep. Yep. So the cringe of the week is TanaCon. Happened last week, but the cringe of it didn't come out. So you hear the fun thing. So if you guys hadn't followed it, I mean, I know I don't watch PewDiePie. Nobody does anymore anyway. It's just a small channel. But yeah. So TanaCon happened.
Technically
at the same time as VidCon did. Now, I didn't even bother actually going to VidCon, which a whole bunch of other people weren't going to go either, but then they decided to go. But all the same, so while this massive, well-established, well-funded, big event put on by Viacom this year was going on, Tana decided she was going to throw TanaCon. And she decided she was going to put it together in a month by hiring one little wannabe Bond villain dude. Bald guy. Yeah. The Good Times Company or whatever the fuck it was called. Anyway, so she hired them on, and they tried to book this thing at the Marriott. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing was set up. Nothing was ready. And initially, it was looking like it was a failure, right? Because so many people showed up that they weren't able to handle it because that's how it was being spun.
Right.
But as it turns out, no, there weren't 20,000 people there. There were roughly between maybe, 2,000 and 3,000, I believe the police said, who were dispersed by police.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it turned out that the convention, the event coordination, it's almost like it actually takes more than hiring on a millennial PR firm and giving them a month to put something together to compete with a bigger event to get a convention done. And the thing I really liked about this story, right, is for all of the little shit talking Twitter cunts out there who were like trying to throw shade at Kilroy, that took a year to put on. With all of the nightmares that you would have in trying to put a convention together using anything short of a hired PR company or something like that.
Right.
And we still pulled it off.
Oh, yeah.
Great event. Well, probably about how many people showed up?
Like 100, 120 at most.
Yeah, a few hundred people showed up, but you know what? It was a fantastic event. Great media came out of it. Yeah. Everyone who was there had a great time. And nobody had to be taken away in an ambulance stretcher.
TanaCon didn't even have a ball pit. We did.
We had several. Oh.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, I mean, I think even VidCon had a ball pit this year, didn't it?
Yeah, I think they did, actually.
Yeah. Congratulations, DashCon. You have a legacy. But
the only good thing to come out of that piece of shit.
Yep. Now, the only thing worse than the failure of TanaCon to actually take place, the only thing worse than like this convention being ultimately a scam, where the people who paid money to get the the VIP shit, they got a little gift bag with a bracelet, some other dumb shit, and then there was
stickers.
A condom, stickers, and a condom.
TanaCondom.
TanaCondom. Oh, that's so clever, Tana. It's almost like, I mean, you put less effort into what you do than I do.
Yeah,
that's saying something.
That's true.
Yeah, but yeah, so there we are, and the event itself being a failure, that's one thing. And it's funny because this shows the sort of level of thinking on the part of these PR types, of part of these like big, hey y'all, I'm a 20-year-old fucking superstar with no actual talent, no actual mind.
Right.
Rather than actually owning up to it, they've attempted to get around the problem of being a disaster because they failed by blaming it on there being too many people. And now, if you bought tickets, you apparently have to go through these hoops, email this PR agency, all this shit just to get your refund. And that's kind of how a rebate works. Now, if you guys ever buy anything with a rebate, they're counting on you not claiming that rebate, because if you've ever done that, you know you never do. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That money's gone. So, yeah, that's why the first thought that came to mind when I was thinking about TanaCon was about that scene from The Producers.
That's wild, man. It's so ridiculous. Well, I mean, whatever. Now she knows, and at least there was something good that came out of TanaCon.
Yeah.
We all get to laugh at Tana.
Yeah, and well, you say now she knows. I was like, seriously, you think Tana Montague actually learned anything?
No, I really don't. No.
I hope she tries it again next year. I want to go to TanaCon next year. In fact, I kind of wish we could have got Poisoning the Well on here, but there's not America enough for this show. At least not tonight. You know, we didn't
even ask them.
No, well, it's because America was, front of the line.
America just kind of filled the whole room up, and it just that was just where we were at. But yeah,
I need one of these hats in camo.
Those hats I have a camo hat. Well, no, that's not a camo.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, well, the only reason this fits is because I fit it to the very end of it.
Oh yeah, you got a big fucking head.
Yeah, I do. I have an enormous head, and I'm amazed this hat fits. And I'm so grateful you guys can be here to share this moment with me, guys. I'd be crying, but I just tried to throw Wizard Con. But turns out somebody else owns that name. But all the people who showed up made me feel like I did a good job. But all the same.
Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this special Americanized Canada Day Saints special that really was pulled out of our asses because somebody couldn't make it tonight. But that being the case, we are your YouTube Saints. I think we're all caught up with everything. Let me check real quick. Yeah, we are. We've been your YouTube Saints. We'll see you on Thursday. Actually, okay. Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll try to do a gaming charity stream.
And we will announce it with a proper promo.
Video.
Yeah. Proper promo video.
Yeah.
Probably show you some awesome gameplay from
Honey Pot?
Battlefield or something, and then when you show up, we'll disappoint you by playing Mario Kart.
Right, or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's fine. And then we'll see you Thursday over at Twitch for the Midweek Saints, and then again here every single week, every fucking Sunday, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been your YouTube Saints, and I'm stalling for time because I didn't get the song put up, and there we go.
Happy America Day, Canada!